Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nick Duncan, your future Spartanburg County Sheriff. On today's episode of Discussion with Duncan, we're going to talk about the drug problems that are plaguing Spartanburg County at this time. What can we do to help get rid of these drug houses out of our neighborhoods? Well, South Carolina DHEC states that in order to make drugs less prevalent, you need to make them less obtainable. And while this sounds quite obvious, it is obvious that this is something that is difficult to enforce. However, as your next sheriff, I can guarantee you that drug enforcement and getting rid of these drug houses out of your neighborhoods and out of Spartanburg County will take a priority. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to make drugs less accessible within Spartanburg County. Granted, we're not going to be able to eradicate drugs 100%. Nobody is ever going to be able to do that, no matter what anybody says. However, we are going to make them less accessible. So just know that if you are a drug dealer, a drug manufacturer, or operating a drug house within Spartanburg County, just know that we are coming for you. Okay, if you're operating one of the many drug houses within Spartanburg County, Dan River Road, Patterson Road, Wagon Wheel Road, Thompson Road, Sunset Circle, West Church Street, one of these drug houses in Spartanburg County, just know that Nick Duncan and the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office are going to come for you. Okay, we're going to shut you down. We're not just going to shut you down, but we're going to put you in prison for a really long time, because in 2023, Governor McMaster signed a bill making fentanyl a felony. Your first time trafficking offense for fentanyl can lead up to 25 years in prison and a $50,000 fine. Each subsequent conviction will result in double this every single time. We are going to put an end to the drugs within Spartanburg County. That is one of my personal goals within Spartanburg County. That is one of the things that we need to do and need to do better at. In 2021, in Spartanburg County, there were 153 overdose deaths just in Spartanburg County. 2/3 of those were fentanyl. That is a small amount can kill you. Okay, we need to get rid of the meth houses. We need to get rid of the fentanyl problems within Spartanburg County, and I'm going to do my dang best to make sure that this stuff gets out.
What do you see as the biggest contributing factor to crime in our community?
Drugs. Drug users typically are always looking for something where they can get money and either trade it for drugs or purchase drugs. This typically leads to car break-ins, vehicle thefts, petty larcenies, porch piracy, that sort of thing. Something where they can get something for free and either trade it or buy for drugs.
2. What is the solution to overcrowded jails and prisons?
I'm a big proponent for if you've done the crime, then you should pay the time. However, the law enforcement needs to reform these individuals before they are released from the prisons. If they can do that, then we can slow the revolving door of the legal system. Also, the youth is the future, so if we can reach these youth before they get out and committing these crimes, and then hopefully we can start to end the crime before it even starts.
3. Do you believe the community you serve respects law enforcement enough, and how can you improve transparency with the public?
The communities in Spartanburg absolutely love law enforcement, but these relationships can always be expanded on. So in order to do that, if we have a citizen advisory committee, or if we do the community events and that sort of thing outside of the communities, then we can strengthen the relationship between law enforcement and the communities. And by doing so, this will increase the transparency at the office.
4. If you had an influx of money into the sheriff's office, what would you spend it on?
It really depends on if it is a recurring money, as it was in 2021 with the American Rescue Plan. That money was set aside for first responders and frontline workers. Spartanburg County did not give the deputies any of that as a bonus. If that were to happen again, then I would make sure that we give the deputies a bonus, a significant bonus. If it is a recurring money where we get it every year, then I would like to make sure that the deputies get an increase in salary as well as increasing the community relations.